Good evening, everyone. My name is Shruthi Balachander, and I'm a freshman at Northview High School. I'm so excited to have the pleasure of being here tonight. Standing here in a room with so many successful people makes me so delighted, yet a little intimidated. I say intimidated. I say intimidated because let's just say that I'm not quite sure what I want to do with my life yet. This was something that, up until recently, I was pretty worried about. But after speaking with Mr. Jeffrey Sprecher, I realized this was perfectly normal. Understanding that such a successful person was once in my position gives me hope and helps me believe that this is okay. Because Mr. Sprecher is someone who defines success not from the mind, but from the heart. Being the founder, chairman, and CEO of the Intercontinental Exchange and the chairman of the New York Stock Exchange, Mr. Sprecher says that success is about inner happiness and comes from the inside. You feel successful when you accomplish something, a goal you set for yourself, not one that others set for you. Although I'm still unsure about my path, I do know that no matter what I do, it should make an impact and help people. And that's something I found I had in common with Mr. Sprecher. Starting off, Mr. Sprecher also shared that he had no idea what he wanted to do. But now, in his current position, he says that even the small things he can help others accomplish are more meaningful to him than outside accolades. Through speaking with him, I also gave him some of the best advice I've ever heard in my life: to seize every opportunity that life throws at you, especially if that opportunity means doing something that you normally wouldn't think of doing. Talking with Mr. Sprecher truly inspired me to believe that it is okay not to have a fully formed plan, but instead to seize every opportunity that life throws at you and keep your heart in the right place, feeling your success from within. Because after all, that's what truly matters. Now please direct your attention to the screens to learn more about Jeffrey Sprecher.
I grew up in Madison, Wisconsin, and I got a degree in chemical engineering. I got a really interesting job offer while I was in engineering school to relocate to Los Angeles. And there I went to graduate school, and in graduate school I met a guy that had a really good business idea, and we started a company together.
I first met Jeff in 1997 when he bought a small tech company here in Atlanta that I worked for. We were both mechanical engineers working in the electric power industry, so we had a lot in common. My first impressions of Jeff were that he was smart, personable, he had had success, and I could probably learn a thing or two from him. But the thing that really struck me beyond that was that he cared for people.
I think Jeff's shown people that business is much more than simply being about numbers and results. It's really based on their commitment to their own success, and it's based on him believing in them. And I think he's shown people throughout his career how to unlock the best in themselves.
I have to say, one of the things that's been really fun working for Jeff is his desire and vision to swing for the fence and building ICE from a startup, 8-person startup, to a $50 billion company.
You know, as my company started to grow, one day I got a call from a guy who was with the Metro Atlanta Chamber of Commerce, and he said he wanted to come visit me. And it was an interesting sales pitch because he said to me, "You're at a point in your career where you've got to give back. And in the South, and particularly in Atlanta, we have a thing called the Atlanta Way. And the Atlanta Way is, at some point here, you've got to get involved." And so I slowly got involved, and then I found what everybody finds when they start to give back, which is it's much more rewarding to give your money away than it is to earn it, and your time and your energy dedicated to something that can help others as opposed to helping yourself.
There's a lot of things that the city of Atlanta, will remember about what Jeff did from a business standpoint. But I think from a philanthropic standpoint, he and Kelly have done an amazing job of raising money to impact people in this community. And I think those are things that'll last long after his business career is over.
Jeff has made a tremendous mark on Atlanta and will continue to do so because he's such an inspiration and a role model to so many people.
Jeff, is being inducted into the JA Business Hall of Fame because, number one, his success. I think that speaks for itself, but his, ability to kind of see it through and take it to a level that is really unprecedented, I think is special. He's just such a great friend, and always there when you need him. And He's been a great mentor to me throughout my life.
In life, that's how he's managed to solve so many problems, whether it's in the community or at work or supporting our families. He embraces challenges and always helps others rise to the occasion as well. We're so proud to call Atlanta home, and I know he takes a lot of pride in contributing to the community, continuing to build ICE and other institutions and companies that he's involved in. And so I think really his legacy is someone who came in, rolled up his sleeves, said, here's a great challenge to take on. If not me, then who? And I think that's really Jeff's contribution to Atlanta and will continue to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Jeffrey Sprecher into the JA Business Hall of Fame Laureate Society.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I had a great pleasure and honor to meet Shruthi, and she interviewed me and she wrote that introduction. And we did find that one of the things that we had in common is neither of us knew what the heck we were going to do with our lives. And, but one thing I can tell you is that when I was in the 9th grade, I could have never, ever interviewed an executive the way you interviewed me.